Hello, this is Atulia K. Bingham, and this is my off-grid world. I'm going to give you a little look around, because it's the dream, right? It's the dream. Go off-grid, no power bills, no rent, grow your own food, freedom. But there is a reality. Of course, there's always a reality. And this is my reality right now, as you can see. It's rather cold. In fact, the snow's melting now. Oh, wonderful rain has just started. You see, this is the reality. When you are off-grid, the weather is the ruling authority, not bosses, not rules and laws. The weather. Sometimes you can't get out. Sometimes it's too hot. Sometimes it's too cold. But I like it. I mean, for me, this is part of the adventure. The adventure that we've all lost touch with and wind up feeling kind of dissatisfied as a result. Now, I've been trying to... Oh dear, there was a tiny piece of sun up there a minute ago and it's gone. You see, this is the reality. I'm rather low on power because there hasn't been any sun for a few days. And yeah, but I'm still going to say what I always say, which is power is not your number one concern. Power is all about conveniences. It's not about survival. And I work off grid, so if I can say that, then that should be the case for everyone. There's a beauty to living without power, in fact. There are, however, some things that you do need. And people always get them wrong because, as I said before, we've lost touch with what we really need to survive. People don't know. It became very clear, in fact, for me when I was watching people stockpile for the lockdown. My goodness, they don't know what they need. Toilet roll isn't one of them, I can tell you. Now, first thing you need when you're buying a piece of land, two things actually. One, you need access. I've been through this before, and the second thing you need is water. Or it might be the first thing water and the second thing access, but you need those two pieces of infrastructure are really important. If you can't get in and out of your land, you're pretty stuck, you know. And water, you will learn very fast if you move off grid how important water is and how much of it you use. You can't do anything without water. You can't grow your own food, you know. You can't wash, you can't cook. It's everything that you need to survive is about water. So you need to have water and you need a backup. That is my backup. And I have a number of backups because I've done this wrong once and I learned my lesson. I'm not doing it wrong again. So my water comes from a spring up there and there's a pipe network that the farmers use, which I'm on. So that brings water up here. I've also got water in the brook down there as a second backup. And I'm going to make a rainwater catcher as well. So I'm going to be so so full of water here, and that's because I've done it wrong once, and it was so hard. I would never ever do that again. I learned my lesson. Another thing that you need right at the outset, as once you've got your basic infrastructure done, is a kitchen. People forget this one too, you know. We eat a lot. 3 times a day you're going to be trying to make yourself food, and if the place that you've got to do that is not convenient and is outside, or you're dealing with elements, it becomes very wearing and you're wasting energy and time. I've done this wrong as well. I've done all these things wrong. That's why I'm sharing them with you. The kitchen was the first thing I sorted out this time. And I don't even like cooking, so I'm telling you, you just need a decent place to cook. And I guess people get this wrong because the person that's doing the building often isn't the person that's cooking. But yeah, if you want your other half to stay with you, if you're in the other half game, which I'm not, but then you need to make sure that they have somewhere nice to cook. The other thing that you need, in fact, this is maybe more important than the kitchen, and this really is about survival. And that is, you need a shelter, a temporary shelter. While you're working on everything else, you need a temporary shelter to sleep. And to sit, if the weather is too hot or too cold, you need shelter. Now, this is my cozy shelter in here. And it is so snug in there that I am in a t-shirt when it's snowing outside. That's how warm it is. That's how warm I want it. I will not put up with being miserably cold. Now, yeah, fundamental, really. Make sure you've got somewhere nice that doesn't depress you. It doesn't have to be big, but at least be comfortable. And you need a bathroom. This is my bathroom. You need a bathroom too. Those are the first 5 things you need to do. They don't have to be permanent, but you need to be relatively comfortable while you are doing other grander things. So the next thing I'm going to be renovating that barn, but now I can take as long as I want because I'm comfortable. This was so the right way to do it. I didn't do it right the last time. Now, my next job is going to be cutting firewood. And you see, this is the thing, people go, oh my goodness, cutting firewood. Can you imagine? Every day she has to go and cut firewood. Well, I don't cut it every day. But here's the thing people are missing, you know. It's very fulfilling cutting firewood. Everybody says the same thing who does this. It's one of the most fulfilling jobs. You feel so good afterwards. And, you know, did you ever feel fulfilled when you paid your gas bill or your electric bill? I didn't. It's not fulfilling. Paying a bill is not fulfilling. But cutting firewood really is. And that's the thing about this lifestyle. We've been sold down a river of nonsense, actually, that happiness comes from being as comfortable as you can, doing as little as possible, and consuming as much as you can. Very obviously, that doesn't make people happy. If it did, we'd not have so many people on antidepressants in the West, would we? It's clear it doesn't make people happy. I'm assuming you know that because you're watching this video. But it is a lie. It's a lie. And of course, this lifestyle isn't always a bowl of cherries, but hey, quite a lot of the time it is. And even when it's not, it's an adventure. That's the whole point. It's an adventure. Now, if you are looking at this and thinking, you know what, I'd like to have a go. I have a free email course, an email prep course on going off grid, and it is popular. People are always writing to me saying, I really liked that course, it was useful. And that course is supported by all the wonderful folk on Patreon. Hello, people supporting me over there on Patreon. I really appreciate it. And yeah, so make the most of it. I'll put the link down there in the show notes, and you can click on it and join that free course if you like. So that's all from me. Until next time.